position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the BYU Cougars, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Hand off from the gun. And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage. The first play does nothing. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home.
Turning it on. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And the Cougars getting set on 1st and 10. He'll pull it down to the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
Now, he does a really good job with that mesh point. The mesh point is when he sticks it in the running back's belly. When he pulls it, he gets downhill quick to chew up some quick yards. Nice play early in this football game.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Touchdown Cougars. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Well, he's a matchup nightmare because of his size and his speed. It's so difficult for defenses to defend this guy. Nice job there working the post route. Really accurate throw, and it ends up being a touchdown.
And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, the ground game. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
The Dogs line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got his man on the right. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do in short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards.
Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Cougar! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Wide open, he makes the catch. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive.
Breaks into the open. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Dogs pick up the 1st down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying play action. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Anderson will throw. Got his man. Runs for the tackle. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And the Dogs didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Offense changing the play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And to get rid of it quickly. And the pass is incomplete, and that's how the first quarter comes to a close. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. He splits the uprights. Are forced to settle for 3.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On the ground with the count. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And defense is about getting off the football. When that defensive line can be disruptive, get in the backfield right away, and mess up those pulls actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
Finds his back in the middle. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
On third and long, trying to convert through the air. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals. A shot for the end zone. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down inbounds.
Man, that's one of those as an offense, you're just staring. No, look at his toe. He was out. The defender was so close to keeping something in bounds to make that an interception. But there's a reason he plays DB. It's like that's not in football, probably because he can't control his body and even get that far down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. That one comes out hot down the right side. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Dogs!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, elation on one sideline, deflation on the other in the hotly contested Sunflower Showdown. Kansas State went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that fourth quarter. Total destruction by the Cats in a statement win if there ever was one. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. It's complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. The give from the gun. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. Gives it on the option. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield and created the negative play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. After run, now throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. He's on the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Georgia. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And he's coming out of the end zone. And the returner goes down. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. The throw to the outside is complete. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23. The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Looks as if BYU will have a first down.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit...
Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
Well, quarterback went down makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Here's the pressure. Swings it out to the flat. And they're able to make the tackle. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw to and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And his first throw here is incomplete.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
He takes it at the 45. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. There he goes. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Now, with great offensive execution, you talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Bringing it out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires left. Got his man. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. BYU about to kick it off to open the 2nd half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the 2nd half.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. Anderson wants to throw. It's complete to the right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And Listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Taking it the other way. He's at the 10. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. And the offense came out aggressively here in the second half, but they can't put the drive together and spit it up on the turnover.
I'll tell you, this defense has a lot of athletes, and they've got a lot of guys with ball skills. If you put the football anywhere around them in their vicinity and their ability to catch the football.
Touchdown, BYU! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Plows through the defense. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. On the run, it's Briggs. Breaks the tackle.
And this running back right now is sending a very clear message. He doesn't want to just be known as a guy that can run around you or run away from you. He wants you to know he can lower the shoulder and get those tough yards if need be.
Quarterback making adjustments. Anderson will throw. Caught close to the marker. It's Odom. Turns it on at midfield. Oh, he's got some space. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly what.
Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, Dogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Texas A&M found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in College Station. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one. He tries to take the top off. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 30. Still on his feet. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick 6. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those O-linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know if you can break that play and you can get past that level, it might be to the house. It might.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, a quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, it puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And here's the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like,
Turning it on! A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like, it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd. The sweet feet buy a little time. Grab near the sticks. It's Wells. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. And you go to old Mr. Reliable in the red zone, and you still have a chance to turn this into 6 instead of 3.
And 3rd down, great job by this offense. Move the chains, give yourself another fresh set of downs, but find the big targets in the red zone. Those guys make life easy on a quarterback.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit, because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Touchdown, BYU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll give it to the back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Anderson wants to throw. Looking deep. Got it in the middle. It's Bray. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
They'll try the run. And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the third quarter. Two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Here comes the heat. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Not able to pop the big return, and they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Finding open areas. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. They're working that left side. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he
breaks into the open. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. And the Cougars want to crank the tempo.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let him have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run. Get him.
He's got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The Cougars had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Now it's second and goal. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They go right back to their man on second and goal. Touchdown Cougars. And here they come almost all the way back.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And he puts through the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. get another look at this Bulldog offense. And these guys come out feeling some game pressure. Things have tightened up, and they punted it last time they had it. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with the relentless chase. I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Pulls it in on the right. And the big game, and they've got it on the 46.
And man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call. And that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide open receiver.
That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Makes it past the marker. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the 4th quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Jones wants to throw it. Now adjusting. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And with that incompletion, it now sets up a very interesting decision for the head coach, right? You've got a narrow lead. You kick the field goal now, you force the opponent to have to at least score a touchdown to retake the lead. But you can also seize a lot of momentum if you get it here on 4th and short. If you're able to score a touchdown, this is a completely different game.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Takes a shot as he throws, and they never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They'll try the left side. He picks up maybe a couple before he stops right at the 30-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Give to the back. He breaks a tackle. Finds his way for 3 after the 33. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
These 2-minute situations are what every quarterback dreams of, right? It doesn't matter what's happened in the game up to this point. You've got a situation, you've got an opportunity now where you can drive your offense down the field, down by 1 score late in the game, and score a touchdown to steal this thing and win it. This is what playing the position is all about.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
It's complete on the right side. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And you can tell they set up the screen action, but how about the ability to adjust, right? I see what the defense is giving me. You going to leave that open? Okay, I'm going to take it right now.
If they tried the field goal from here, it would be 53 yards. They'd love to help the kicker out on third down. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets them up at the 26 with the first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Offense takes a timeout. 27 seconds left.
Timeout, BYU.
BYU with the 1st and 10. Firing to the right, complete. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. Looking to throw. Quick completion on the out route. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. BYU right back to the line. Looking to pass, and they don't have a lot of time to work with. He makes the grab. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Quarterback sneaks it ahead. Timeout is called with just a single second left. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Never a doubt. And here in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Paul. We're like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays. Back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
So here comes our first play of overtime. He leaves it with his back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front. Jones to throw. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Just a couple they need to pick up here on 3rd and short in overtime. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try to move the sticks on 4th and short here in overtime. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Got it! They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Here comes 1st and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. Quarterback sneak, wedging himself into the line. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost to you.
Slams ahead. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 3rd and goal, and you really hate to settle for a field goal with the 1st possession in an overtime period. Jones wants to throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They take the lead here in overtime.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Leaves it with the running back. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jones. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Huge 3rd down to keep the drive alive. They need a touchdown on this possession. Fighting off the defender.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation. Want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. The tension, the intensity, the drama, the offense steps to the line on 4th down in overtime. Under fire.